Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Just Why I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV. Last episode we did some stuff that I did not remember because it's the next day, yay! Not remember the details in any case. We are either way dealing with the pirates and trying to get them to do something for us. You've been busy, haven't you? And now you're here to ask if I need help with anything? Don't you mention it. Lately we've had trouble with ravenous sharks that have been leaping out of the water and making off with our fish. Damnedest thing. I know, but you wouldn't doubt it if you saw it. We've got to call the thieving bastards regularly, so happens I sent 3 of my mates out there before you came along. Still, the more the merrier. If you can kill 2 or so, that ought to be enough. Take a few of those rotting fish as bait. I'll not be needing them. Oh, then maybe see if you can find the other group. They've been away longer than I like. I've also been sneezing and all that jazz like crazy, so excuse me in advance. The putrid smell of this fish should draw out any nearby sharks. I'd find it. It's an aggressive shark. Oh my god. Just the last thing it does is just spit on me. The audacity of that shark. Truly. There we go. Oh, right. Better go and check out the peeps. Away with you! Away! Away! That was a pretty nice attack. It even has a special name, Shell Shock. Oh, can't be praised. Didn't know what I would have done if you hadn't come along. My partners and I got separated when we fled. You haven't seen them, have you? Damn, before Kojin started chasing us, their leader asked us if we were Domin. I get serious catchers, I know it. First to sorting out this, gotta tell Rasha and the others. Wait, there's no ether current over here, right? No. Okay, just need to make sure. I would rather not run into problems with that. Also, there's like a freaking storm today, and the wind is blowing like crazy. So that may be something you can actually hear, but I'm not sure. Ah, there you are, Lynn. I heard you went shark hunting. We too did our fair share of beast culling. Though I think Lise made a stronger impression when she bested a drunken pirate in a sparring match. Fastest knockout to date, I'm told. I should like to think we have proven ourselves to be rather... Why do I get the feeling you have something important to tell me? Kojin mercenaries rounding up Domin Confederates? Surely Yatsu has crossed the line now. We must go and speak with Rasha immediately. Even he cannot deny that this changes everything. At least, I should like to think that he cannot. voice acted, question mark?
Our most compassionate acquaintances return. For your deeds we owe you many thanks. But something tells me our thanks are not sufficient. The strange thing is, I was certain you understood our position. And yet here you are with that same look in your eyes, and those same words upon your lips, I'll wager.
I speak only the truth. The Confederacy will not be spared Yotsuyu's wrath. You have always known this, that one day you would have no choice but to stand up to the Empire. I say to you that day is today, and come once more to ask that you join us in the fight.
How convenient that recent events should lend such credence to your claims. Tell me, do death and destruction always follow in your wake?
They had no part in it, Tansuri. You know this. We all know this. They came and took our Doman brothers. They will torture them for her sport. Murder them for her satisfaction. So we attack and get butchered for our trouble, or do naught and let them have their pound of flesh. If this be our choice, I say we suffer the ignominy. We endure. We survive. There is no better path. Until the day our enemy is grown weaker and we stronger, there can be no retribution. We will wait for a sign. Such is the judgment of the Confederacy.
So that's it then. You're just going to abandon them to her. They'd die for you, you know, for the Confederacy. They would die for you, but you wouldn't even think to risk your lives for theirs.
I have one last idea, if you will allow. I'm afraid it's not very good as ideas go. It's exceedingly reckless, in fact, and you may well come to despise me for ever having suggested it. Assuming we survive, that is. The question being, do you trust me?
Ask me again later.
We can't stand by and let innocent people suffer, here or anywhere else. I'll do whatever it takes.
Then let us roll the dice. If it's a sign you want, we shall give you one. One rousing enough to make you drive every Garlean out of Isari without a second thought. You are wary of invoking the ire of the Imperial forces stationed in Dome, correct? Know then that once we have rescued our comrade and freed Isari, we mean to liberate the nation as a whole. You will doubtless require assurances that we are capable of achieving this, and that is only fair. Accordingly, we shall demonstrate our seriousness by depriving the Garleans of a key ally, the Kojin.
What, the three of you, just like that?
Actually, my esteemed colleague here will attend to it on her own. But the how of it is not your concern, only the outcome. If we succeed, you help us liberate Isari. If we fail, you lose nothing. A simple enough wager, if you have the stones for it.
The little miss does make it hard to refuse, does she not?
Words are air. We will weigh you by your deeds.
Girl squad gonna kick some ass. Yes. Let's get the script. Save. Climber. So, alone you deal with the Kojin. If you are set upon this course, I shall give to you a word of advice. Two factions of the Kojin. The mercenaries who serve the Empire belong to the Red. Those who belong to the Blue are traitors. They have made no pact with the Imperials and so may be willing to aid your cause. Seek the Blue in the Isle of Beko. There you will find a cave. The rest is up to you. Thank you, Captain. We shall endeavor not to keep you waiting overlong for your sign. Right then, let us head for... Wait, where's Lise? We cannot leave without her. La 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 Lise. Can I? Right, I already tried to jump down here. Rick Astley? This I think should be another... Yeah. Your clothes, your manner. You must be a woman of Eorzea. Do you know of the East Eldnar Trading Company then? I hear they're a fairly prosperous vendor where you are from. Your acquaintance with the Kogane branch officer owner? Oh ho! The chief's been searching high and low for a well-connected woman such as yourself. Oh, but before we get into that, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Hansaku, and you would be? Lynn, that should be easy enough to remember. Now, Lynn, do me a favor, and meet with the chief, would you? Ever since those damned Guardians strengthened their grip on Ingashi, our contacts in Kogane have quit trading with us. He could really use your help in establishing a new business partner. Please, I wouldn't ask if I wasn't desperate. You see, I only just joined the Confederacy. Life has been hard, really hard for me lately. And if things were to fall apart here, I'd have nowhere to go. To the west of this place is a tiny lodge. The chief should be there. Unfortunately, I cannot leave my post to show you there. But I trust you'll find it easy enough. I'm counting on you, Lynn. That is Undarasi. With Alize and Lise. Gentlemen, since you refuse to pay the ruby tithes with coin, you shall instead be paying with your blood. I believe an arm each will suffice. Oh, wait! You're with the East Eldnar Trading Company. I suggest you think twice about this. When word of this gets back, you'll be the ones to pay. Oh, you would have said so sooner. You should have said so sooner. Susume, see that our distinguished guests are escorted to our best room, in the dungeons. I shall go and sharpen my something. You heard the man? Get up and start walking. I do not know who is speaking. And I think that is a woman. Oh well. I trust you stuck around this long because there was something you wished to discuss with me. Make it quick. As you can see, I'm a very busy man. So at last we are joined by someone actually associated with the East Eldnar Trading Company. Excellent. Mikami have thrown us a lifeline, sir. That said, what was the fool thinking? Hansaku should have had the courtesy to accompany our honored guest here. Please allow me to apologize on his behalf, Mistress... Wait, I hope that they would... I don't know, man. I may have been making some mistakes, whatever. No, it seems the ill manners of our subordinates have begun to rub off on us. We have not yet introduced ourselves. I am Tsukigage, and this is my right hand, Suzume. Well, it seems Hansaku has touched upon the gist of our troubles. Please allow me to fill you in on the details. As you know, all boats seeking safe passage through the Ruby Sea must pay our levy, the Ruby Tithe. Give us more than we ask, and we might even provide you with men to guide your ship through specifically difficult waters. For as far as anyone can remember, the system has been in place, enduring even after Domo was occupied by the Imperials. While the Empire has always shown little interest in our activities, with Yatsuyu's rise to power, that has changed. The Royal Viceroy has banned the merchants of Kagane from bartering with us or paying our tolls, with those Bakufu dogs backing her. Everyone is far too terrified to disobey. Many outside the port city are also looking to use the current state of affairs to avoid paying their dues, like the two we just took into custody. While we have confiscated their goods, without our contact in Kagane to purchase them, they are of little value to us. Thus we look to Othard. If we were able to establish a trade agreement with their biggest vendor, our worries would be over. It is, however, something we cannot accomplish alone. I would look to you for help. Now, I'm quite certain the men on the ship we seized are lying about their affiliation. Suzume, show her. This flag and the items we found aboard the vessel do not appear to belong to the East Aldenar Trading Company. We must, however, be certain. We cannot risk raising the ire of a potential trading partner by attempting to sell them their own goods. Please take the flag and Suzume's inventory list to one of your contacts at their Kugane branch and inquire as to whether any of it is from one of their ships. Mr. Dare, what a pleasure it is to see you. How might I be of service to you today? A crimson flag taken from the main mast of a mercantile ship confiscated by the Confederacy, and a sheet of paper listing each and every single item that can be found aboard the mercantile ship the Confederates recently confiscated. You would like to know if this flag, or any of the items listed here, came from one of our ships? I'm afraid I cannot help you there. Kikimo, however, might be able to tell you. She is in charge of inventory and is currently stocking our ships at Pier 1. Yeah, this way. And who might you be? Ah, Mrs. Adair. I have heard a great deal about you. Very well, I shall take a look at your flag and list. None of these items are even remotely familiar. It is as you suspected. You have been lied to. It is a shame you were the one to ask. Had it been anyone else, it would have been an easy thing to claim the ship and its goods as our own. Many of the items listed here are worth their weight in gold and then some. With this, those men could have easily paid the tithe several times over. Such luxurious items can be rather hard to come by, so do let me know if your friends are looking to sell any of this. We would be more than happy to find a buyer for them. You have chosen death. I see this weather pattern. I see the freaking time. I know what's gonna be available, but I don't need to catch it anymore. Yeah, boy. Mrs. Lin, you're returned. Very good. Now if you'd be so kind as to give the flag and list back to me. It was as we suspected then. In light of Mistress Kikimo's proposal, however, not even their evident guilt can sour my mood. Indeed, this is fantastic news, sir. It is everything we had hoped for and more. While certainly promising, we are not yet out of the woods. Mrs. Lin, I trust we can rely on your continued support. I have a feeling we will be needing it. You can, in the future. Bye. You can after I am done with this expansion. Huh? Lin, what is it? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to wander off. I just wanted to have a think. You worried you won't be able to live up to our promise? No, it's not that at all. If anything, I'm frustrated that I didn't think of it first. Ida and my father had a way with words. I knew how to inspire people, how to bring them together. I always hoped I might have something of that in me too, but I'm starting to think I don't. What am I even doing here? Lise, you... Cots, listen to me. I don't know where that came from. Forget I said anything. We have places to go, Imperials to fight, and friends to save. And we're not going to get any of it done by standing around here moaning, right? Right? Before we first traveled to Kiribania, I was in Limsa visiting a friend, a young child who had been through a great deal. That's neither here nor there, I suppose. Anyway, on the way back, I passed a patisserie. Oh, that's such a difficult thing to say in English. Patisserie, which sold some of the most exquisite-looking tarts I'd ever seen. I've always preferred cookies, to be honest, but nevertheless, I decided to stop and try one. I'll treat you to one when all of this is over. Lynn too, and I won't take no for an answer. What about your Stola? We'd never hear the end of it. Alright, your Stola too. One she's better. Deal? Good. Now let's hurry, shall we? We have a million things to do before then. To the Isle of Becco. Time to swim all the way over there. Also, there's a bird somewhere above me. Where is this thing at? I can't really point my camera upward, so I will never know. And I think the ether current is also on... either on this island or in this island. There's a cave where you can go down, so... Spoilers. Oh my god. Game ruined. My samurai was already level 63, you know? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Can actually, like, kind of see some lights down there. Never noticed that before. That's cool. Boom, boom. Peak gaming content. I feel like I'm playing Xenoblade. I feel like I'm trying to get to all the areas in RFC in Xenoblade 1. And it's just non-stop swimming in that place. Ah yes, my beautiful disembodied head. Also today, like, watched, or like I checked out the different pieces of art that they've made for like past patches and other shenanigans. And man, that stuff looked so good. Also, the game apparently wants me to go over there. Okay. Let me just go ahead and see if I can get this ether current first, though, because I would really like to have that. Even though it may be... Let me check. To the east. 48 to the east. Ah, there it is. Let's go and try to drop down. In such a way that I don't grab the ire of the local wildlife. Because I really would rather not have to swim all the way back over here if I die. Well, let's first go to the beach over there, because my party doesn't know where to go. I think this is the Isle of Becco, though to be honest it looks the same to me as however many islands around here. Marsha said there was a cave that would lead us to their village. We should search further inland. I'm thinking about it. Do I already have all the ether currents now? No. Oh yeah, right, there's one all the way over here. Right. I remember now. My poor horse. Voice acted, question mark?
Is that light I see up ahead? We appear to be standing inside a giant bubble. By the 12. I think we're on the seabed.
Well, well, I thought I heard familiar voices.
Soroban, what are you doing here?
What a curious question. I live here.
Then this is the home of the Blue Kojin.
Just so. I bid you welcome to Tamamizu.
My horse. How fortunate that we should find a familiar place. A face in this place, bah. We should tell Soroban about our situation. If anyone here can help us, it's him. I'm going to grab this samurai shirt. So tell me, my friends, what strange ties bear you to our home? That is indeed a most dire predicament, but perhaps an opportunity for us to craft yet another profitable arrangement. Very well, I shall introduce you to our leader, Bunshin. It will be up to you, however, to present your case. Yeet. Turn to this beautiful etherite. Now, there's one thing that has always bothered me about this area. There's two aetherites in this place, and both of them are right next to each other in this giant fucking map. That you can't really traverse properly without either paying to take these freaking things, but even then, I don't see the things, so they're not unlocked when you just go through it normally, I guess. Oh well. There's some problems with that. Voice acted, I think.
Welcome, guests. Gratitude to you for aiding Soroban in his negotiations.
Negotiations. Wow.
We thank you for your hospitality, honored elder. Pray forgive me my brevity, but I wish to discuss an urgent matter.
So, you seek to compel our Red Brothers to forego hostilities for a time.
That's right. We know your two clans have your differences, but what with you being brothers and all, we thought you might be able to share some secret knowledge or something?
From far above, you have journeyed here in search of our wisdom. you shall have it. All creation is a tapestry, through which the divine is interwoven. Kami are legion, and they can be found in the great and the small. Though they come and go as they please, they favor certain vessels. The ancient, the precious, the exquisite. We Kojin covet these vessels, these treasures. We go forth and bring them home to keep them safe and bask in their divinity. They bring prosperity and joy to us and our children. Yet, how are we to seek these treasures above if we made enemies of the Garlean Empire, powerful and far-reaching as they are? Wiser to join with them. So resolved the Red Kojin.
Cautiously and carefully, for the Garleans are blind to the divine, nor will they suffer their subjects to see. So the Red masquerade as mercenaries who seek money and power, and never speak of their faith in the presence of their masters. To honor the divine, they deny it. A twisted and misguided path.
Aye, aye. Kami will not abide such foolishness. This they shall learn to their sorrow. While our Red brothers live by the sword, we Blue Kojin uphold the old ways, engaging in trade and valuing peace. Alas, men distinguish not between our clans, and judgment for the doings of the Red falls unjustly upon the Blue. Thus do men grow more and more reluctant to deal with us, denying us our treasures. This cannot continue.
On that point, we are in agreement. You are willing to aid our cause, then?
There is a way that the Red may be driven to retreat into their shells. But to share with you this knowledge is to reveal secrets of the divine. Assurances must first be had, trust forged, a bargain struck.
Well said, Elder. In great crises is great profit to be had.
Delight not overmuch in such things, Soroban. Now, tell our guests what must be done.
As you wish.
Well, I've no idea what we've gotten ourselves into, but so far so good, right?
I think Lise is the most human character in this game. To a certain degree. Right. Well, my friends, we require your assistance with the search of a priceless treasure, the Yasakani no Magatama. This jewel, this most sacred of Kojin relics, was in the possession of Hingashi, until they decided to present it to the Guardians in a gesture of conciliation. The Reds would not abide this, and so they plotted to seize the vessel bearing it to their Imperial masters. Alas, although they succeeded in the ensuing chaos, the Magatama was lost to the sea. They wish to recover the sacred jewel before our brothers. However, were we to come into conflict with them, it would be problematic. Therefore, we turn to you. So you want us to search the ocean floor for this treasure of yours? I'm not sure how we're supposed to do that without, you know... Drowning? Fear not. There is a ritual I can perform to imbue your bodies with a powerful blessing. But first, you must prepare offerings for the sea. I require twisted ruby coral, several fist-sized sea snail shells, and a freshly harvested Unkyu carapace. It's quite a shopping list. I will see to the shells, and Lise can look for the coral. Lynn, would you go and find an Unkyu, and relieve it of its carapace? Right. Have to go all the way up again. Content, my friends, content. Running forward and back, and then forward and back, and then forward and back, and then one step forward. I can drown in the color of these wings. I love them. It's a good mods. Let's go and use this. Just like in a gold saucer, you have a little spring that you can make use of. Give yourself a little bit of a spring in your step. It's been a long time since it has like stormed this hard in my area. So it is slightly frightening. Well, frightening is a big word. Just like, oh man. The house is making noises which I don't usually hear. And I hear them more when I'm upstairs. Let me go and teleport back, because I can. And I will. To save myself some time. Well, have you the Enku Carapace? Perhaps one day we will live in a world in which poor Enku need not be slaughtered for Kojin rituals, but today is not that day. How splendid they are! The kami shall be most pleased, I am sure. I got it. I got the ruby coral you wanted. And I the sea snail shells. They're about the size of my fist, though I realize now you may have meant yours. These shall more than suffice for our purpose. Next, we must make ready to present them to the sea and perform the ritual. Once it has been completed, you will be able to move freely through the depths and find the Yasakana no Magatama. Out of curiosity, how large is this sacred jewel of yours? Unless it's far too large to be carried by the three of us, how are we supposed to even find it? The Ruby Sea is not exactly small. Ha ha ha! Surely you realize we have been searching this whole time? The area we wish you to explore is but a small fraction of the Ruby Sea. Already have we scoured most of the seabed, near and within our territory, to no avail. All that remains is a region to the west. These shellless of Sui no Sato can provide you with better guidance than we. You would do well to visit them first. Shellless? You mean the Kojin aren't the only ones living under the sea? Of course not. The Rain have been here as long as I can remember. Shiwasai, the overseer, I believe, can tell you more when you arrive. But we are getting ahead of ourselves. We have yet to carry out a ritual. Right, give me that casting gear. Oh shit. Here we go again. Let's equip it. Suddenly gives me a robe. Are you ready, my friend, to explore a world unlike any you have ever known? Then let us go to the western part of the village, where the water twists and turns, and there complete our preparations for the ritual. Yeah, that blue crystal has appeared. He's being / excited. Cool, you can fly. Ooh. Soon, my friends, soon I can fly here. This will be the first area where I can actually fly. Ah, it is so far away, but I cannot give up just yet. Oh, a visitor. Your footsteps were so light I did not hear you approach. I could really use the assistance of one as nimble as yourself. Do you see that sword protruding from that large boulder up there? I must find a way to procure it that I might accomplish my dreams. Like all the others, I want so desperately to explore the surface in search of treasures. To do so, however, I must first prove to the village elders I am worthy of embarking upon such excursions by retrieving that sword. My comrades have given me advice on how I might reach it, but every time I get close I lose my footing and end up tumbling into the waters below. Could you perhaps do me a favor by demonstrating how I might get there? Come, let us move up above. I shall observe your lithe movements from there. Lyn is getting observed by this Kojin. Oh my. Also, no. No thank you. You spy that large plateau jutting out of the cave walls over there. Can you begin by jumping over to it? You must demonstrate to the Kojin that this feat can be accomplished without the use of any outside help. Should you call upon a mount or fall into the water, you must start over from the beginning. Yay. Yeet. Yeet. I too can make it to the plateau, but it is from there that things become tricky. Every step must be taken with calculated precision, or you risk, like me, plummeting into the waters below. Yeet. Yeet. Oh, so that is how you must do it. I shall give it a try. I am beyond impressed. You are possessed of an incredible grace. It is clear to me now. One must tense all the muscles in their legs, then push off from the rock to gain enough momentum to make it to the next one. You have restored my confidence. Thanks to you, I am one step closer to fulfilling my dream of exploring what the world above has to offer. I'm gonna teleport again, cause why not? He dove into the water a moment ago and set to wait here until he returned.
It is done. Your offerings have been given to the sea. The ritual can begin at last. Come and stand before me, my friends. Yes, yes. Listen to my words, and let all else wash away. Listen to my words, and feel them flow into your heart. At first a trickle, then a flood. O Kami of the fathomless waters of the fallen, the ascended, the flowing, and the becalmed, caretakers of the shallows and of the depths. Receive of us our meager offerings, cleanse these ones of earth and stone, and grant them your blessing, that they might drink deep of the divine. The ritual is complete, my friends. You may now breathe in the depths as you would upon land.
Strange. I don't feel any different. Are you sure it worked?
Reasonably. The blessing does have its limits, of course. While it will allow you to dwell in the depths, it will not help you traverse them.
I can swim well enough. How about you, Alize?
Oh, like a fish, in contrast to my doggy-paddling brother. Somehow, the boy just isn't very buoyant.
Skilled or no, your bodies are ill-suited to the sea. Your cause demands alacrity, and you shall have it. But first, let us take to the water.
Incredible. I could swear I was breathing air.
Now I shall summon for you noble steeds of great strength.
Here comes the boy. I love these things.
Wow, look at them. I bet they could take us all the way to the deepest depths of the sea.
And so they may. After we've won over the Confederacy, rescued Kosetsu, and liberated your respective homelands.
Should you become parted from your steeds, return to me, and I shall call them again. Take care, my friends, and may the Kami speed you on your way.
We'll find that treasure in no time. Come on!
Diving unlocked. Owing to Soroban's blessing, you may now dive into deep waters and stay submerged indefinitely. Underwater settlements like Tamamizu and Suinosato can be accessed via circular portals. To leave deep water, you need only swim towards the surface. Conversely, to dive into deep water while swimming on the surface, press Control Spacebar. Should you become separated from your steed, speak with Soroban in Tamamizu to mount a striped ray. And then we get a little bit more of a thing. You and all your flying mounts have received the Kojin tribe's ancient blessing. Can now breathe underwater indefinitely. So you can you can press Control Spacebar when you're just swimming on the top to dive down, or when you're flying around above the water, you can mount up, or like just when you're flying, you are mounted up, and you can just go at a certain angle into the water, and the game will just bring you into the deep sea. Right. It's a level 63 quest. Okay. Well, you know what? This works out perfectly. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Just Us playing Final Fantasy XIV. In the next episode, we are going to go and, well, you know what? We are going to go, like, I'm going to go in the end of the episode, but I'm going to also make my way over to Suinosato for a moment. Because I don't want to lose this. Well, I can just summon one of my own mounts, but I kind of want to do it with one of these array boys. Let's go and relinquish. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next episode, where we're going to go and check out Suinosato once I'm level 63. Anyway, bye.